Okay, this is a demonstration of the Bretzzel stretch, which was developed by a physical therapist by the name of Brettzel, if I'm not mistaken. I will look it up and I will put it in the caption or comments of this video. But what it does is basically stretches every single part of your body in places that you never thought possible of stretching. You will need at least one item for this. And what it is basically some type of pillow that you can place underneath your head. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to lay on one side. You want your hips stacked and you want your shoulders stacked one on top of the other. You want to be basically laying vertically on your side. And once you're in that position, you got your head rested on whatever it is that you've got for a pillow. At this point, I'm laying on my left side, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my right knee up towards my chest, and then I'm going to take my left hand and place it over the back of my right knee, okay? From that point, your hips should still be relatively stacked one on top of the other, and the same thing with your shoulders. There shouldn't be any twisting at this point. From there, you want to bend your left leg back and then grab at the joint, ankle joint, with your right hand. At this point, again, the hips should still be stacked one on top of the other, as well as the shoulders. Now, from here, what you want to do is you want to roll your right shoulder back as far as it'll go while keeping the right knee down. Okay, so there's like a little twist action going on here, and the right shoulder wants to come down as far as you can get it to the floor, and you'll feel a twist in the back. You may feel a stretch in the quadriceps, your left quadriceps, and definitely something in your hips. Now, what you want to do next is you want to come up back to the starting position, where your hips and your shoulders are stacked one on top of the other. And then you want to try to break out of this hand grip with the left hand. And you also want to try to break out of the hand grip with your right hand, but don't actually do so. So it's basically an isometric move. You want to resist. You're trying to get your knee out from the hand, but the hand is not letting go. You're trying to get your ankle out, but the hand is not letting go. So you've got this isometric movement that's going on here. It should be a lot of effort. You should be shaking, and you want to hold this isometric position where you're resisting against yourself for 20, 30, 40 seconds, depending on your ability. And then once you get to that point, you want to slowly relax. Your hips are still stacked, your shoulders are still stacked, and you're still holding on to both the knee and the ankle joint. And then what you want to do is you want to roll your right shoulder again to the right. And if you did the preceding move where you're trying to break out of your hand and you break your knee out of your hand and break your ankle out of your hand, what'll end up happening is when you roll again to the right side, you'll find that you can bring your shoulder closer to the floor. Now, obviously, I did this quickly for demonstration purposes, so I do have a little bit more rotational movement here on the right side. Not as much as I would want, but at the same time, this is just for demonstration purposes. And then you hold this for a second. It's a good stretch. And just come slowly back up to the starting position. Go ahead and let go of both the knee and the ankle, and then slowly stretch out so that there's no discomfort. And then go ahead and stand up, or sit up, excuse me. And that's your starting position for one side. So we'll go ahead and do the other side real quickly with less talk. Again, you want to lay on your side, get a nice pillow, shoulders stacked one on top of the other, hips stacked one on top of the other, left knee up, right hand grabs behind the knee, left leg back, right leg back. Left hand grabs at the ankle joint, not at the toes. You want to grab at the ankle joint. And then we're going to roll to the left, keeping your eyes up towards the ceiling. Roll as far as you can, keeping a knee up to the chest and the other leg bent back. Hold this for a few seconds, 20, 30, 40 seconds, again, depending on your ability and comfort levels or whatever your trainer, yours truly, has told you to do. And then come back up to your starting position. Shoulders stacked one on top of the other, hips stacked one on top of the other, and then the isometric movement where you're trying to break out of both hands. And then slowly relax. Don't let go. Roll back to the left side. Get a little bit more rotation to that side. Hold for a few. Come back up to your starting position. Slowly let go. Straighten out the legs. And then go ahead and sit up. And that is your demonstration of the Bretzzel.